Hello there, this is the T.S.A and welcome back to Max World in part 2 video of surface area and volume. In today's lecture, we will try to understand about volume, T.S.A and C.S.A of cylinder. Before proceeding further, let's check out this video. Boys and girls, in our last video, we had learnt about V.S.A, T.S.A and volume of this cuboid and cube. In today's lecture, we will try to understand how to make formula for volume, CSA and TSA of the cylinder. We will begin with CSA of cylinder. CSA means curved surface area. Curved surface area means area of only this curved part of this cylinder. To find this area, we need to focus on the brim or the edges of the base. This edge of the base is nothing but the circumference of a circle which is present at the edge, right? We will find the circumference of this circle first of all, okay, according to radius, and then we have to multiply it by height of the cylinder. Only then we are able to find the area of this curved part. So circumference of a cylinder is nothing but 2 pi r or pi d. You can use any one of them. For a while we will consider 2 pi r. So 2 pi r is the circumference of the base and h is the height. So in short, 2 pi r into h, that makes it 2 pi r h is the CSA for the cylinder. For the TSA of cylinder, we have to consider all three faces of the cylinder. Face at the bottom, we will find the area. Face at the top, again we will find the area, and then curved surface area. After finding the area of bottom, top and the curved surface area, we have to add them together. Just now we learned how to find the curved surface area, that is circumference into height, that makes it 2 pi r h. The area at the bottom is nothing but the area of circle, correct, because the base or the bottom of the cylinder is nothing but a circle. So area of a circle is pi r square, so this will make it pi r square. For the top also, circle is there, so again the area of the top is pi r square, and we know CSA, that is curved surface area, is nothing but 2 pi r h. So in short, to get the total surface area, we have to add pi r square plus pi r square and plus 2 pi r h. This is the basic formula for the TSA of cylinder. Once you observe the formula, analyze it, you will come to know that 2 pi r can be taken out as a common factor, and then we get the formula, the new one or the squeezed one, 2 pi r in bracket h plus r. So in short, we have learned about the CSA. The formula is circumference into height. Circumference into height, that gives the CSA. The formula is 2 pi r h or pi d h. For TSA, we will add the area at the bottom, area at the top, and then the CSA, that makes it pi r square plus pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Once you take out common, that is 2 pi r, you get the new formula. The formula is 2 pi r in bracket h plus r. Now let's begin our observation for volume. We already know that basic formula for the volume is base area into height. For the CSA, we took circumference of the base into height. For the volume, we are taking base area into height. Base area means area of this circle, right? Because the base of the cylinder is circle, the way you can observe over here, right? So pi r square is the area of the base, and then into height, that makes it pi r square into h, and so in short we get pi r square h. So in this way, we have understood how to make the formula for the cylinder regarding its volume, TSA and CSA. I hope I made it very clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Boys and girls, let's try to summarize the details we learned from the video. Beginning with CSA of cylinder. To find the CSA, we need to consider circumference of a base and then multiply it by height. Circumference of a base is nothing but 2 pi r, then multiplied by height, that is h. Instead of 2 pi r, you can consider the formula pi d also. After writing this, when we club them together, we get the answer CSA of a cylinder equals to 2 pi r h. Second term that we learnt is total surface area, that is TSA of a cylinder. For the TSA, we need to find the area of top circle, then base circle, and then CSA. We have to add them together. Now we already know that the area of circle is nothing but pi r square. So pi r square plus pi r square, and we know CSA which is nothing but 2 pi rh. If you add the first two terms of the equation, we get the answer 2 pi r square plus 2 pi rh. Now if you observe the first term, that r square can be written as r into r. Now analyze and observe again. That 2 pi r is a common factor between these two terms. So take it out as a common, and we are left with only r plus h in that bracket. So in short, TSA of a cylinder is nothing but 2 pi r in bracket r plus h. You can write r plus h or h plus r, doesn't matter. Third concept that we learned is volume of cylinder. We already know that basic formula for the volume of cylinder is nothing but base area into height. For the circle, area is pi r square. So if we substitute the value in this formula, we get the answer pi r square h. Club them together, we get the final formula, that is volume of cylinder equals to pi r square h. In this way, we learned or we understood how to calculate the formula for TSA, CSA and volume of cylinder. Now it is time to solve practice set 16.2. From this practice set, question number 3 and 4 are omitted for this year. The very first question is radius and height of certain cylinders given to us. We need to find CSA and TSA of those cylinders. The first question is radius is given to us as 7 and height is given as 10 cm. We already know the formula. CSA of cylinder equals to 2 pi rh. Students, you already know that the value of a pi is 22 upon 7 or 3.14. You have to choose any one of them. But if it is clearly mentioned in the question, then you have to go with the value which is given to you. Substitute the values of radius and height in the formula. We get the answer 2 into 22 upon 7 into 7 into 10. The moment you observe the values, you will come to know that we can cancel out 7 by 7. It results in 1, and if you do not write in that 1, it doesn't change the answer. Now we are left with 2 into 22 into 10. The moment you carry out the operation, we get the answer 440. Do not forget to write the unit of the area, that is square centimeter, and here comes the final answer. After this, we have to find the TSA of a cylinder also. The formula is 2 pi r in bracket h plus r. Substitute the value. Again we can cancel out 7 by 7, and if you observe it, the last bracket 10 plus 7 results in 17. So we are left with 2 into 22 into 17. Again, the moment you carry out the operation, we get the answer 748 square centimeter. And here comes the final answer. Boys and girls, do not forget to mention the final answer with proper unit to it. Here we go with the second question. Here both the terms or both the numbers are given in decimal point. Very first, let's find the CSA of a cylinder. Formula is same, there is 2 pi rh. Substitute the value in it. Now if you observe, we can cancel out 1.4 by 7 or 2.1 also by 7. Over here we will cancel out 1.4 by 7. In 7's table we get 14 at 2's, as point is given over here 1.4, so my answer will be 0.2. Okay, so we are left with 2 into 22 into 0.2 into 2.1. Boys and girls, if you have decimal point in the multiplication, you carry out the multiplication in a normal way. After that, count the number of digits which are present after the decimal point. Over here for 0.2, there is 1 digit after the decimal point. For 2.1, again we have 1 digit after the decimal point. So in short, we have 2 digits after the decimal point. You carry out the operation and then leave 2 digit from right side. 21 to the it is 42. So we have to leave 2 digit from right side and then give decimal point. That results in 0.4. Here also we will do the multiplication and that results in 18.48. Do not forget to give unit to the answer, and we get the final answer as 18.48 square centimeter. After this, let's find the TSA of a cylinder. Same, substitute the values. Now same goes over here. We will cancel out 7 and 1.4, and at the same time you have to add the bracket numbers also. As a result, we get the answer. When we cancel out 1.4 by 7, we get 0.2, and when you add 2.1 plus 1.4, we get the answer 3.5. Boys and girls, whenever you add numbers with the decimal point, always keep it in mind, mention the decimal point below decimal point. Only then your answer will be correct. So over here, as result now we have 3.5 and 0.2 after the operation that we carried out. Now multiply 0.2 and 3.5 and there you multiply 2 and 22 also. That results in 44 into 0.70. When you multiply 0.2 by 3.5, we will not consider the decimal point. Just multiply 35 and 2. That results in 70. Then we have to leave 2 digits from behind and that gives the answer 0.70. The moment you carry out the operation, we get the answer 30.80. Do not forget to mention the square centimeter. Now if you observe the final answer over here, I have written only 30.8. The 0 which is present at last of the answer, that is after the decimal point, is valueless. So you can just mention 30.8 also. Let's move on with the next question on the board. Now radius is given to me as 2.5. We'll begin with CSA of cylinder. Substitute the values. We get the answer 2 into 22 upon 7 into 2.5, that is radius, and into 7, that is height. Now this time we will strike out height and the denominator of 22 upon 7. 7 cancel out by 7, that results in 1. We are left with only 2 into 22 into 2.5. The moment you carry out the operation, we get the answer in all 110.0 square centimeter. Do not forget to write the final answer along with the proper unit. Now let's start with the TSA of cylinder. Formula is 2 pi r in bracket h plus r. Now substitute the value in it. Now over here this time we are not able to cancel out 7 and 2.5. You cannot cancel out the number 7 which is present in the bracket and the denominator 7, because that 7 is already in the addition with the certain number and that too present in the bracket. So you have to solve the bracket first. Okay, addition in the bracket. Do not forget that 7 must be considered as 7.0, and while adding it, point should be given below point. So that makes the answer 9.5. And once you get the answer 9.5, now you are going to multiply all the numbers which are in the numerator and then divide the answer by 7, because presently over here there is no number which can be cancelled out by 7. So my next step is to multiply all the numbers. The moment you multiply all the numbers, do not consider the decimal point. Take it as a normal number, 25 and 95. Complete the multiplication, and after completing the multiplication, check out how many digits are there after the decimal point. There are 2 digits. In 2.5, 1 digit. In 9.5, again another digit. So you have to leave 2 digits from the right side of the answer and then give decimal point. That makes my answer 1045 divided by 7. The moment you divide this 1045 by 7, we get the answer 149.285 and it keeps on going. So we will stop at third digit. Now observe, the third digit is 5. If you get the number 5 or more than 5, then you have to add 1 to the previous digit. And that makes my answer 149.29 square centimeter. And in this way, we have calculated the TSA of the cylinder also. There are so many things to be remembered by you while carrying out these operations, like how to add the numbers with the decimal point, how to multiply the numbers with decimal point, also the division. If you have any doubt, any difficulty while carrying out this operation, do not fear, do not be afraid to drop it down, that confusion or the difficulty, in the comment section below, so that we can work on it. The next question is, radius is given to me as 70 and height is given as 1.4. So here 70 can be, both the numbers 70 and 1.4 can be cancelled out by 7, but we have to choose only one of them. So go for 70. Here is the formula for CSA. Substitute the value. Now we can strike out 7 and 70. That gives the answer 10. The moment you carry out the multiplication, make a group. 22 into 2, we get the answer 44. 10 into 1.4, we get the answer 14. Of course, it is 140. We have to give decimal point after one digit, but that digit must be left from right side. Now we have two numbers, 44 into 14. That results in 616. Do not forget to give unit and write the final answer. That is, CSA of a cylinder is 616 square centimeter. Now time to find the TSA of a cylinder. The formula is 2 pi r in bracket h plus r. As usual, next step is substitute the value in it. We can again strike out 70, which is outside the bracket. That results in 10, and at the same time you carry out the addition also. So 70 plus 1.4. So here 70 means, the way I told you, it is 70.0. The moment you start addition, mention the decimal point below decimal point. That results in 71.4. And my answer is 2 into 22 into 10 into 71 point. Now carry out the multiplication. 22 into 2, we get the answer 44, and 10 into 71.4, we get the answer 714.0. Now we are at the easiest part. Normal multiplication is there. That results in 31,416 square centimeter. Do not forget to mention the final answer, the way you are looking on the screen. Now we are at the last question of the question number 1. Here one number is with decimal point, another one is not. Let's begin with CSA, the way we are doing it till now. Mention the values in them. Now we can strike out 4.2 also, we can strike out 14 also by 7. Go for 4.2. The moment you carry out the division, you get the answer 7 6 are 42. So that makes it 0.6. So 2 into 22 into 0.6 into 14. The way I told you, group them. 2 into 22, we get the answer 44, and 14 into 6, we get the answer 84. Then we have to give decimal point after one digit. Now group them. 2 into 22, we get the answer 44, and 0.6 into 14, we get the answer 84. Then we have to give decimal point after one digit from right side. That makes it 8.4. The moment you multiply now 44 into 8.4, we get the answer 369.6 square centimeter, and mention the final answer. Now let's find TSA of cylinder. Mention the formula. 2 pi r in bracket h plus r. Substitute the value in them. Again we can strike out 4.2 and 7. That gives the answer 0.6. Okay. And in the bracket 4.2 plus 14, that means 4.2 plus 14.0. That results in 18.2. Right? That addition's answer. Now we have 2 into 22 into 0.6 into 18.2. Now we will group them. 2 into 22, we get the answer 44, and 0.6 multiplied by 18.2 results in 10.92. The way I told you, do the normal multiplication, and then we have to give decimal point after 2 digit from right side. Carry out the multiplication. Furthermore, we get the answer 480.80 square centimeter. Right? Mention the final answer. We get answer. In the final answer over here, I have removed that 0 which is present after the decimal point, and even that is the way to mention the final answer. Now let's begin with the question number 2. Here we need to find only TSA, but to our surprise, a diameter of that cylindrical drum is given, not the radius, and height is given. The value of a pi mentioned is 3.14, so we have to go with 3.14. With the help of diameter, we will find the radius. Mention the details and then find the radius. Radius is diameter divided by 2, so that gives the answer 25 centimeter. Now we will write the formula for TSA. Formula is same, 2 pi r in bracket h plus r. Mention the values, but this time we will write 3.14 as the value of pi. Now complete the bracket first of all. That gives the answer 70s, correct? 25 into 2. At the same time we did the multiplication. Now we have 50 into 3.14 into 70. The moment you carry out the operation of 50 into 70, we get the answer 3500 into 3.14, and now the multiplication is easier. Carry out the multiplication in a normal way without considering decimal point, and then at last you give the decimal point. As a result, we get the answer 10,990.00. But the way I told you, after the point, zeros are valueless, so without point only the answer is mentioned. And after that, do not forget to mention the final answer, as TSA of a cylindrical drum is 10,990 square centimeter. This was the last question of your exercise, because remaining 2 questions are omitted. I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, you can drop it down in the comment section below. Definitely we will solve it together. Till then, see ya, take care, bye bye.